Katherine Drexel was born on November 26, 1858, 3 years before the United States was plunged into a civil war over the rights of all people in America. Her father, Francis Drexel, was a prominent and wealthy banker. Shortly after Katherine was born, her mother died. 2 years later, Francis married Emma Bouvier. Her early 20s were a defining period in Katherine's life. In 1879, she made her debut among the wealthy circles of high society, but was not impressed with the trappings. Surrounded by wealth and privilege, she watched helplessly as her stepmother suffered for 3 years and passed away from cancer. No amount of money could comfort or save her. Emma's faith and trust in God inspired Katherine to give her life completely to God. She would become a nun. The next major step in Katherine's life came shortly after her father's death. While she and her sisters were touring Europe, they were granted an audience with Pope Leo XIII. Katherine told the Pope of her work with the Native Americans and the need for missionary priests. Listening carefully, Pope Leo XIII made a life-changing proposal, asking her, "Why not, my child, yourself become a missionary?" On February 12, 1891, Sister Mary Katherine professed her first vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience as a woman religious, adding a fourth vow, to be the mother and servant of the Native Americans and African Americans. 70 years before the Civil Rights Movement, she founded the Sisters of the Blessed Sacrament, a religious congregation dedicated to serving as missionaries to the Native Americans and African Americans. In 1895, Mother Mary Katherine professed her vows for life. Mother Katherine traveled around the United States wherever she was needed to help her missions. The sisters founded Xavier University in New Orleans, which provided higher education and a chance at better opportunities for African Americans. It is the only Catholic college for African Americans in the United States. At the age of 77, a major heart attack compelled her to resign as Mother General. On March 3, 1955, Mother Katherine Drexel passed away peacefully at the age of 96. The Sisters of the Blessed Sacrament continue their mission to serve the poor and oppressed with a variety of services, including educational, pastoral, and spiritual ministries. Mother Katherine Drexel was declared a saint by Pope John Paul II in 2000.
Katherine Drexel is the last of the American saints to be canonized before the Solanus Casey Center was constructed. She was a contemporary of Venerable Solanus, and the two of them even corresponded. Her presence here in this Hall of Saints is a reminder to us of our call to be sensitive, as was Father Solanus, to the plight of the most needy, those who are most suffering.